Hello there, MegaMogwai here, and I got another Legends of Runeterra video for you guys today. And today we're gonna play some more Easy Freezy. I want to, go back to some of the decks that I've showcased in the channel, and showcase a little bit more gameplay with them because I think they're very, very interesting and overall super fun to play. And I just felt like playing some good old EZREAL Frost combo this morning. And that's what I did. I upgraded the deck list a little bit by adding in a one-off of Augmented Experimenter to patch up one of the deck's potential biggest weaknesses, which is actually running out of gas. If we don't draw into our progress day, or into our chump wumps enabling a solid rummage to cycle through our deck, we can really easily run out of steam because of the reactive nature of our build. A lot of our reactive cards trade 1-for-1 or basically stall out in attacks since we have a lot of frost effects going on, right? So running out of gas is certainly a problem. Therefore, this kind of like counts as a fourth progress day in a pinch. And it really has helped me be more consistent with this deck. As, what can I say about Easy Freezy, man? I just love this archetype. The idea is pretty simple. We have a reactive game plan that is centered around just stopping the opponent, stalling them out a little bit as we target their units and frost them or deal damage to them to enable the level up of EZREAL, which is our late game win condition. We want a little bit of prior damage, which we tried to work for with the likes of Boom Crew Rookie, which is there to get that chip damage on the opponent early on. And so we get our opponent down to like 14, 12 health. That's pretty ideal. So, because once we have him at that range, dropping EZREAL can enable us to kill them in one turn. Because dealing 20 damage, even with an EZREAL and a hand filled with cards, is honestly very unlikely to happen. So you gotta pile up the damage a little bit more, and Rookie does help us do that quite a bit. We have good single target removal, static shock, and harsh winds, which do progress our level up from EZREAL by 2 points instead of just 1, as they are targeting 2 different units potentially. And that's the deck list right there. Fang Wolf to synergize with all the Frostbite accessible to us, and English. And Iceville Archer as a fantastic 2-drop that also contributes to EZREAL's level up while being able to trade with fearsome units. So exceptionally good in the Shadow Isles matchup, though it is vulnerable to Vile Feast, of course. And yeah, very fun deck. I absolutely love playing it. Difficult to pilot, very easy to make mistakes. It's one of those decks that you really have to see the end game from afar. Like, you have to plan ahead and really, think about how the next few turns are going to turn out. Put yourself in the worst case scenario at all times and try to navigate around that. And eventually, when you get that combo burst to kill off the opponent as you're about to die, it's pretty damn rewarding, and it never really gets old. I love me some Easy Freezy, so hopefully you guys enjoy the games that I got for you. I did a live recording session in Masters Rank, and I had quite a bit of fun, so yeah. Subscribe for daily YouTube content as I do post Runeterra videos, and tomorrow you guys can expect some Teemo in Masters, as that's going to be my next deck I'm going to be working on, so I'm pretty excited for that. So yeah, love ya, thank you for watching, have a soul day, and I'll see you around. Right, here we go. As we face some Freljord mid-range right off the bat. This is, for the most part, an advantageous matchup as long as we don't run out of gas, which is likely to happen if we don't, preserve the right stuff. I think I'm gonna do a full mulligan here, hoping to find a bit of more of a flexible hand. Early Boom Crew Rookie is the kind of stuff we want to fish for, right? Because we want to be able to apply pressure early on, get that chip damage on them, so that we can set up the late game kill with EZREAL easier. We have no turn 1 play though, so we'll be floating this mana, but we're going to be playing these Boom Crew Rookies and trying to get some damage on our opponent. That's the initial play.
The world awaits. Forward. I can do this.
I could have played the Archer there, but I'd rather just I can take the damage from this. I could even potentially, block the Legion Drummer if he only chooses to attack with that to prevent the hit, and then I can have a full-on attack on him with the Rookie next time around, as he can just trade with the Omen Hawk, and that's fine. To get 2 damage on him, I think it's worth it. Though, to be fair, if he attacks with Legion Drummer, I may just opt to go for a Static Shock instead. Static Shock is actually really useful in this matchup because I can even hit the Trifarian Glory Seeker as well. So the 4 health stat from the Rookie is really going to come into play here. I think I'm just going to block you. We prevent some good damage there. and set up a nice static shock here. Brittle Steel is neat too. I think I'm gonna drop another rookie.
First big mission.
My first big mission. We're gonna play the rookie. We have, because that Brittle Steel draw really encouraged me to do this, as I can get a double attack on him. Yeah. Yeah, this is actually really fine. This is great. We get 4 damage on him, and we're completely fine with this.
Better run.
Getting 5 damage on him early on is fantastic. We can pass here as we float some more mana. We're currently looking at 6 mana. If our opponent plays anything, we can go for the Ice Veil Archer, or potentially even just drop the Static Shock. I would love to see something like a Trifarian Glory Seeker here. That would be amazing. That would actually be amazing. Alright, Ash. Ash. Okay. So if we play this, he's going to Frostbite that. So how do we approach this? How do we approach this? There's not much we can do. Okay, we can always Static Shock him now.
A chill in the air.
To prevent, you know, that 5 attack here, we could have also just gone for the Brittle Steel on this, just shot that down, and then, but then he would just get a free attack anyways because I only have 1 unit on the board, right? So I think this is the correct play, as we try to level up EZREAL as quickly as possible. Unfortunately, we can't do Static Shock plus this, so we may have to wait for the Static Shock.
I didn't do anything.
May as well hit that, float this mana as we go up to 2. We're gonna try to play EZREAL here, since we drew into another one.
I thought you'd never ask.
Thought you'd never ask. Because we may very well just get we don't want to resort to this Mystic Shot because we do want to keep. Okay, so Brittle Steel is like the one thing we have to worry about here.
Watch and learn.
So I want to attack with this. Hope he doesn't have a Brittle Steel. Nice.
Nailed it.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Shoot that down. Well, if he forces me, I'll have to do it like this.
Charge.
As we go up to 4, we shuffle another EZREAL in our deck, which is fine, you know, we can draw him later down the line. We draw into another Mystic Shot, which is fantastic, as we can kill off this Rimefang Wolf. We have to be wary of the Elixir of Iron, though. But I would love to get this Static Shock going. The problem is it's a very mana-heavy sort of play, and it does... If I play this, I don't have the ability to play both Mystic Shot and Flash Freeze as well, so that makes things a little bit awkward for us.
The War Mother will unite us all.
Alright, that's a bit of a slower play, though. So, I believe we do this. I believe we can do this and this, because that guarantees us to be able to trade the 3-1 into that one. And we Mystic Shot you. Well, let's see that first.
Formation.
Because I'm honestly worried about another Elixir of Iron.
Our banner will lead the way.
So I'd rather just honestly like take this hit and go for the Flash Freeze here. Mom spaghetti. Me out. Now we level up EZREAL, and we're gonna get going. We're gonna get going. We're gonna attack with you. We're gonna attack with the rookie to get some chip damage on him. And I believe we'll be attacking with these two as well. We want to be aggressive here. We can always frostbite or flash freeze this, since we do have the harsh winds next time around anyways. And we want to start aiming to use these mystic shots to the face if we can. He needs to block more here. He needs to, like, that's the thing, he needs to frostbite EZREAL, otherwise EZREAL is going to lead into massive damage here. So
oh, take your time, pal. It's not like I've got better things to do.
we could see a harsh winds go down here. Let's see what he does. If he harsh winds, I would assume he would be targeting the EZREAL and one of the archers, like the archer that hits the wolf. The archer, he actually targets the other one. That's interesting. Okay, that makes things interesting. These two will trade. I can always flash freeze, or honestly, I can flash freeze this. Just to keep is it worth it to keep this as a chump blocker? I don't know, because I can always harsh winds later down the line. I mean, like I said, at this point I do want to start just pinging him in the face, right? What about taking you down? Taking you down may just be better.
But could you maybe speed things up a little?
I'm gonna do this.
Firing.
Backfired.
Float this mana, call it a turn. Chump Wump is exactly what I want to see. Fuck yeah.
I got ways to find me mushroom.
These represent 2 damage each. I kind of think I probably should have just like gone face, to be honest,
We march as one, an unstoppable
because I can just stall like crazy here.
pay debt.
I mean, I'm pretty much telegraphing a harsh winds here, so I could always hold on to that mushroom cloud, because like I said, that's very much telegraphing of what's happening here. I think I can block you and you. And I can just harsh winds here. We just want to stay alive, get that done. That's completely fine. It's all about mitigating damage and looking to finish with easy here. Our opponent is very, very low. He has to do something about this incoming attack. Ooh. But the rookie may just seal the deal for us, because you can frost the rookie. The rookie will still bomb your ass. So as long as this connects,
This is our homeland.
he has to frost. Yeah, he has to harsh winds, but it's done so. Rookie closes the gap. You can't frostbite a bomb, motherfucker. Boom. Boom. Got him. Nice. That was clean. I can't emphasize enough, man, how vital the rookie is for this deck. It's just super good. Like, it gives us that extra reach, that extra ounce of damage, and it can be relevant in the early game, which is when we ideally want to draw him, or, you know, in the late game as well. Alright, Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones with some good old Shadow Isles. I mean, I like this hand as a whole, as it does enable us to deal with the lease as well. But I'm still gonna mulligan away, get excited. The Brittle Steel plus the Ramfang Wolf is very promising, but I don't really have many ways to, like, I don't have discard outlets for. Ooh, I like that end treat there. I don't have sack outlets for get excited, right? So one of the things about this deck is that even though we're a combo deck, but we run out of steam really fast. Like, it's very easy for us to run out of gas with this deck. Okay.
First big mission.
We're gonna aim to take down Elise.
I didn't do anything.
Alright. Down goes the rookie. As we're going to be playing the Rime Fang Wolf here. He's already played a Mark of the Isles, so the odds of him having another one are inherently lower. And we're going to try to use Rime Fang here with a Brittle Steel to get rid of Elise. He's at 3 mana, so he can't, yeah. We could see a Black Spear here. Yeah. Makes sense. Which is why he didn't play into anything. He knew what was about to happen, so he just kind of like went with that. There's your boy. A chill in the air. May as well just deny his attack here. Anything to buy time, slow him down. Play a Rime Fang Wolf. Rough! And threaten that Skitter with another Frostbite effect. Interesting.
Winter take you.
Withering Whale would really suck here, but I am gonna try to get a nice clean hit off on him. Alright. That makes sense. As we do manage to get him down to 14. So that damage is really neat. We got the archers ready for that though. As we will be able to trade into that. I think my girlfriend just arrived, so I left the door open because my doggo, you know, don't want to isolate him or anything, but now that my girlfriend's back, he's got company, which is nice. All right, more spiders. It's all about them spiders. We're gonna pass here. Ooh. Okay, not gonna lie, that is pretty brutal. That's probably gonna force me to I could play EZREAL and on treat into a Mystic Shot, and that would mitigate his hit by a little bit. He's already played 1 Black Spear. Is that it's either that or us going for a Get Excited, which kind of like accomplishes the same. I'm gonna go EZREAL. Yeah, man, I have to think about it. Wait, what? I don't understand. Yeah, that was a bit buggy, wasn't it? That was a bug.
Firing.
We still take a big hit, don't get me wrong, and hopefully my opponent doesn't have a Black Spear here. That would really suck. They always do. Fuck. Oh well.
No way.
Yeah, easy. That's shit happens sometimes. Okay, I do like mushrooms here.
Put on me mask, secure me tail.
I do not want to attack and play into a Rasa. We're definitely going to be playing around that a little bit. We're going to be taking our time here, and we're going to be going for a rummage with these shrooms as we cycle through our deck. Nice top deck because Chump Wump here gives us a nice blocker, first of all. I mean, that's his second Skitterer, so I just have to hope there's not another one incoming. Because for now, we've taken quite a bit of damage, but we'll be able to mitigate the next hit here. So I'm going to go with the Chump Wump, and I'm going to go for the rummage. We'll still be floating 3 mana that we can potentially preserve as spell mana. Okay, so this guy just goes all in. Alright, let's still do this. Progress Day, I love seeing that. I could attack here with the wolf and eliminate a threat. which I very much like. What do I kill though? Elise or the Wraithcaller? I guess Elise. How much mana are we looking at now? Total of 10. Alright. I would love to be able to like make it out alive this turn without and be able to like not have to do anything besides Progress Day. My opponent is making that a little bit difficult though. I'm still gonna go for the Progress Day. Alright, that's neat. I have this Get Excited. Just in case. He's gotta survive this turn. Oh, you gonna Rasa me? You aiming to Rasa me? You're telegraphing a Rasa, aren't you?
Come to the light.
You're telegraphing a Rasa. Obvious Rasa is obvious, so if I were to block with this, he can play Rasa and completely wipe my board. Then I pretty much lose all blockers for next turn. How relevant is that though? As next turn I will aim to be using, like I gotta find the way to get this going. I need to get some damage on him.
Stay back.
I'll block with this because this does enable the static shock anyways.
Save the homestead.
Yeah, he 100% has Rasa. Like Jones, you're telegraphing a little bit too much here. I can always just finish off these two, but then that always means Rasa is gonna happen. So I have to be very mindful of how I approach this. I think Static Shock. I mean Static Shock killing these two, then he Rasas me. Then I kind of lose my blockers, right? Like that's like the dangerous thing about this. I'm gonna drop Chump Wump first.
I got ways to find me mushrooms.
I'm gonna play Chump Wump first. I'm gonna see if I can buy some time here. If I can navigate a little bit around this. If my opponent offers me a pass here, I will take it. I would love to find some frost, some harsh winds, stuff like that to stay alive, basically. But Chump Wump here is it's a non-committal play. It enables me to set up. Okay, I can actually do this. Deny the card draw. Wait for him to play Rasa. Alright. I can attack with this. I can put him down to 12. And then I float. I have a total of 11 mana next turn, which means I can start nuking him after I go for a ping there. He's already played he's already hit me with like double spear, which means the odds of him having an answer for this are less. So I think I have to go for this, right? Like I think this is my best line of play here. Yeah, it's my best line of play.
Or you miss me.
Or you miss me.
I don't miss.
I mean, how important is this 2 damage? If I ping him next turn, I can ping these. I can block with this, and I can potentially, I can shoot that down though, just to stay alive.
Charge.
Okay. I was really concerned about a black spear, but I need to attempt to mitigate the damage as much as I can. So now I can go for the Static Shock. Okay, so I can react to this. I can ping you and I can ping you. And then I can get to work. We go for the Static Shock there. Me out! Alright, we level up EZREAL. We go down to 5. Priority passes us over to us. Okay, how can we do this? This is a total of 3, 5, 9 damage. 9 damage. 9 damage. 5, 9, 11. I mean, what if I do this? If only I had more mana. These rookies can block the fearsomes. Ah, there's just not enough reach. I needed some prior damage on them.
Oh, that's a harvest right there.
If I needed 2 more mana here. 2 more mana. The Ladros really put us on the clock here. Even if I play this, I can't really block anything. That sucks. Alright, GG. We can always block here, but we can't really... We can block here.
Meat gauntlet.
And we can do this. Like, we could kill you with a Mystic Shot. Makes me think, maybe if I hit this... No, there's just no way. Because even if I ping this and this, like, he still hits me with that. Yep. Needed a little bit more mana. A little bit more mana. GG. GG. I wonder if there's anything I could have done differently. That was really close. That was really close. Maybe I could have, when I played EZREAL, maybe Did I have to, maybe I had to go face. No, but that only translated into 1 more damage. What if I leveled him up right then and there? Instead of going for the 2 for the Mystic Shot there. I would have floated 1 less mana. But yeah, if I went for, okay, so let's think. He was left as 3, right? So I went for a Mystic Shot on one of his creatures there in the end. But if I used, I was left with 1 mana. But instead, if I used 1 more mana that turn, and I went for the Static Shock instead to just level up EZREAL there immediately, my opponent would still be at 14, and I would have 10 mana to work with, which means I would be able to go for the Static Shock plus, sorry, would be the monkey plus that's 9 damage plus that 11. And then I would have that's 3, 5, 6. I think I had him. I think I actually, oh my god, I think I had lethal if I did it like that. I think I actually had lethal if I didn't go for the Mystic Shot on that, and instead I leveled up with the Static Shot there. I think I had exact lethal. Oh, that's soul crushing. But it just goes to show just how delicate this deck can be when it comes to navigating through it. Yeah, like, because I have 10 mana, right? And he's at 14 health. So I play the Get Excited. I deal 5 damage. I play the Mystic Shot. I deal 4 damage. That's 5 mana, 9 damage. He's down to 5 health. He's down to 5 health. I play a Shroom. That's 2 damage. He's down to 3 health. I play a Static Shock and ping him for 1. That's 3 damage, and that's exact lethal. So we actually missed lethal that game. And it's because I did not commit to the Static Shot. And instead, I tried to clear his board and play defensive when it was my turn to just go all out. And that's a valuable lesson that I learned. Like, I definitely... That's going to change how I pilot the late game with this deck. I have to be more aggressive. Yeah. Hey, I mean, it's on me that loss. It's easier to see now, but that's the beauty of this game, man. Especially decks like this. They're very complex. And, you know, it's important to, like, look back on your games and not just blame, oh, he got lucky, he got Ladros. No, actually see what you could have done. And we could have done something differently, and we could have won that game. So let's learn from it and try to apply for the next one. Alright, so back to Freljord mid-range. And for this, I do like the Rummage with the Chump Wump, and I like the Icevale Archer. I'm going to be mulliganing away Progress Day, as it is a little bit early for that, as we get a Mystic Shot, which is really nice. Very, very neat. They play an Omen Hawk. We're okay with that. mean, it sucks to see this like turn 1, right? But nothing we can do about it. We have the archer.
Sharpen the blade, secure the kill.
Knocked and ready.
We're gonna frostbite this, and we'll gladly exchange Iceville Archer with Trifarian Glory Seeker. That's why we're always frostbiting this, because this basically my opponent now has to decide. If I frostbite the Trifarian Glory Seeker, he's guaranteed 1 damage on me.
For glory, you're mine.
Because I'm never going to want to block a 3-1 into a 1-1. But trading my 2-drop with his 2-drop, which has a very high attest stat and is very good fuel for his Trifarian Assessor, is much better. We're going to pass here, see what he does. Because if we see something like a Rime Fang Wolf, I will just Mystic Shot it. That works too. He could have an Elixir of Iron, but we're still going to go for this. Nice. We're going to float this mana. We're gonna have like proper targets for these archers. We're going to get good value out of them. Like, they're very great at stalling down the opponent.
My arrow? I think not.
A true Freljordian welcome.
And stalling out Ash there is great. I'm not sure why he doesn't attack with Ash though. It's kind of confusing. Yeah, I can just flip this mana. I missed out on like, you know, 1 mana, but it's better than spending an extra 1, as we can play Chump Wump now.
Put on me mask, secure me tail, start the day.
The problem right now is we haven't been able. We're doing a good job of stalling, but we haven't been able to get like actual prior damage on him, right? Which is gonna make things a little bit awkward here as we go for this. We get Rookie and that. I could attack with you.
This is our homeland.
As I can proceed to Frostbite. Because what this does is it puts it at range for Mystic Shot here. Also to trade in with the Archer as well. If my opponent does anything else, I can play an Archer. I think that offensive, like what that offensive Frostbite did is it kind of discourages him from going for an open attack right now. He wants to play something, which means I get to do this and this.
Winter take you.
As we're going up to 5. We're on our way to level up EZREAL here. We're getting close.
Need just a moment.
And now that he keeps playing stuff, I think I want to Mystic. I actually want to Mystic Shot you, because Mystic Shotting you makes it so that he has no quick attack, and we still have the other Frostbite enabled. Yeah, I like that. These are all susceptible to Brittle Steel, anyways. Okay, there's the Elixir. That was to be expected.
Swiftly now. Face me.
That's pretty rough. Do we just take the hit here? That's a big hit we're taking. This can prevent quite a bit of damage, but I think I'd rather just preserve my board, right?
I'll protect the villages.
Remember me.
His board state is pretty powerful, but at the same time we preserved quite a bit of health here. And we can proceed to... We're close to leveling up EZREAL, but like I said, I haven't been able to get prior damage on him. And, I mean, I do want to play the Rookie.
First big mission.
I could go for an attack here, but there's a lot of unfavorable trades. Like, if I go with this, he traded with that, which I don't want. If I attack with this, he can trade it with potentially the Avarosan Hearthguard. If I attack with you, there's a lot of options to block here. I think I have to play defensively. I don't think attacking right now into it is gonna do us any good. Okay, Rummage is a good top deck though. We can use it to cycle through these mushrooms and try to find answers. As Ash is certainly applying a lot of pressure, but she's still Wizzo. I mean, he can draw into. That's probably a Frostbite there. That's very likely to be that. We're gonna drop these two as we get Progress Day there, and I'd love to Progress Day here, honestly. But I feel like I have to wait for my opponent to declare attacks, see how it pans out before I commit to that. I have to be patient. But I need card draw. I need to refill. As we're already like, we're at a point where we're leveling up EZREAL, right? But we need to navigate around his defenses and his offense mainly. Like, sorry about that. His offense is the biggest issue. The fact that this thing got buffed by Omen Hawk is really the biggest problem for us right now, as we can't like just one-shot it. And if I go for something like a Thermo Beam, he probably drew into another Ash, so he could just play another one after that, so that doesn't really work for us. Our Chump Wump here is getting chumped. We do have the ability to Brittle Steel this, so we can actually ignore this attacker for now. Alright, my opponent's going really...
Avarosa, guide me.
My opponent's going for blood.
That's always been there.
You can always do this. And right now we gotta take the rest of the hit.
Backfired.
Going quite low, but we gotta go for this. Alright, there's our easy. He's gonna draw into the arrow though, unfortunately. Which doesn't really work for us.
Check me out. Time for a true display of skill.
My opponent could just go for the arrow now. He doesn't though.
Miss.
Right.
The time is right. Strike now.
Alright. This is 9 damage. I have to aim to kill this. The question is, do I play something? I'm just gonna go for this. My best shot is to we know one of the cards in his deck is that.
We fight for one Freljord.
Right, no Ash is obviously we know he has a crystal arrow, but that because we managed to eliminate Ash, that does not stop us from being able to defend here and stay alive. We have another copy of EZREAL here if we need to resort to that. I would always love to be able to use Get Excited to face, but we will always naturally prioritize survival. All right. If we kill something, he can just replace it with something else. So there's no actual point in us taking that route. So what we can do is we're probably gonna have to. Okay, we can shoot you down. We can shoot you down, and then we can jump block. We can live here. Right now we can live. We have to capitalize on the fact that his board state is full, right? So right now we just chump you.
My life for Avarosa.
We chump you. We chump you.
Excuse you. No sweat.
Save the host.
We lose all that. By taking that damage with EZREAL, though, unfortunately, we are vulnerable to Brittle Steel.
Step with the heartbeat of Noxus.
So Brittle Steel does stop us here. But we're still going to try to attack, first of all.
All skill.
Yeah, there's the Frostbite. To be expected. Alright. Our attack is nullified, and we have to find a way to kill our opponent before next turn. So what we're gonna do here, this deals 2 damage, this is 4 damage. We can always play a Rime Fang Wolf. We may have to try to survive here. So Rime Fang Wolf into Thermo Beam. Eliminates 1 threat. Oh shit, okay. Alright. Well, we got all these Frostbites though, which is really neat. It's all about surviving. We don't even care about killing his units anymore. It's all about survival. Could jump block you here. Is there any risk attributed to this? Let's go for the harsh winds. And I guess the Frostbite here is the best. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Let's gun him down. And now we go turbo, ladies and gentlemen. We try to find lethal without having to commit to that, which means we're going to be doing this first, and if our opponent reacts, then we always have the Brittle Steel to finish them off.
Firing.
Firing! Booyah! And we got him. Nice. That was tough, man. Like, we were getting really pressured, but it's all about keeping your calm. Like, it's all about keeping your calm and just you know, just taking it. Just taking the hits and basically surviving, and enabling the lethal. That's where the Frostbite's really come into play. I didn't really get to showcase the Augmenter. What's his name? The Experimenter, yeah. I think this card can really put in the work because a lot of times you guys saw how easy it is for this deck to really run out of gas. Like in that game, that didn't happen, but a lot of times we don't find our key card draw, and this guy can help us refuel in a pinch. And if we don't need him, like I said, we just discard him with Rummage or get excited and we move on with our lives. Regardless, that was a pretty, long recording actually. Some pretty intense games, some lessons to be learned too. I like the second match a lot because there was actually a route to victory. Unless I'm like remembering it wrong and I did my math wrong, I'm pretty certain there was a way to win it. And I learned from that game, right? In regards to piloting this deck. This deck is... You don't see this deck too often in ranked because it's difficult to pilot. And it's... You know, it requires a lot of very key decision making and it can be tough. But it's definitely viable. Very, very strong. And oh, so then satisfied, man. So, yeah, so we're going to end the video. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for daily Legends of Runeterra videos. If you do want to see more content, I do upload them, like I said, every day. So you can subscribe. Subscribing is free. Free is good. And I'm going to stop talking. Have a solid day. Hope you enjoyed the games. And I'll see you tomorrow.